attention. I need you to stop what you're doing. Pay attention. This video is an important video. This video, I want you to pass this video around to as many people as you know, especially people that you know are going through very difficult times. So I'm asking you to please watch the video to the end so you'll understand what I'm talking about. The name of this video, as you already seen, is My Story Part 2. I never finished Part 1 because I was going through stuff. I'm making this video because it's important. Very important. You see, a lot of people do not believe in personal development. A lot of people do not believe in anything. Okay, they're just non-believers of everything. A lot of people think that personal development don't have value. A lot of people believe that fitness, it really doesn't matter. That if you work out, cool. If you don't work out, that's cool too. Maybe after hearing my story, you rethink that. Last winter, going into the winter of last year, went to the doctor, like always, annual checkup to get, blood work done and all that other stuff. So, get the blood work done. Now, mind you, I'm working out every single day, 7 days a week, doing my dojo training, and I'm doing my CrossFit training, my fitness training. You see my equipment. You watch other videos, you see the equipment I have. Okay, so we do a CrossFit type boot camp type training every day. So now, go there, no big deal, do my checkup, come back, usual routine, back in class. See, not all the time when bad stuff happens, you feel it coming. It just bang, you don't know. So anyway, get a call from the doctor. He says, hey, Mr. James, you need to come back because I want to do another blood test, see something. Okay, no big deal. I go back, Doc, what's up? How you doing? Cheerful, motivational, all the time, uplifting. He goes, yeah, I need you to go see this other doctor. I said, what's going on? He goes, I don't know. Go see the other doctor. Okay? So I go see the other doctor. Now, when I go see the other doctor, he takes tests. I said, what's going on? He said, no, we see some stuff in your blood. We're not sure. We just want to make sure that it's nothing serious. So take the test, usual routine, come on back to the dojo, keep it moving. Call me back in, and he says to me, and I want you to pay attention, because I want to know how you would respond to this. Calls me back in. I go into the office, say hi to everybody like I always do. How you doing? How you doing? Everybody okay? Everybody good? Everybody feeling great today? Always keeping it positive. The girl says, have a seat. So I sit down. Doctor will be right in. Now, usually the girl's a little talkative. This time she's not talking. I said, maybe she had a bad day. No big deal. Okay? So I'm sitting there. On top of that table, the table with the paper where they tell you to lay down and they pull the sheet and change the paper and all that. You know what I'm talking about. You've been there, that examination room type thing. So I'm sitting on the chair with the paper, and I'm sitting there. And I'm sitting there. And I'm sitting there. Then the girl walks in. So she walks in. So because I've been sitting there while talking to myself, I said, hey, how is everything going? Is everything good? Looking good? She looks at me she puts her head down. She goes, the doctor will be right in. I'm like, okay, well, maybe she's having a bad day. Don't feel like talking. So I sit there about it seemed like 20 minutes, but it wasn't. It was probably 5 minutes. Doctor walks in. The doctor walks in. He looks at the computer, the screen. He turns around. He says to me, you have cancer. So me being me, I said, alrighty then, okay. He goes, no, you don't understand. He goes, you have stage 4 cancer. He said, I think it's the PSI number. 50 is the highest. So he says to me, you have stage 4 cancer and you're 49 and a half out of 50. So I say to him, can you repeat that in layman's language, not in doctor language, so I can understand it, because I'm kind of slow. I'm still making jokes about it. So he goes, I said, on a scale from 1 to 10, because I'm simple. On a scale from 1 to 10, doc, what is it? How bad is it? He said, you're a 9.5. I said, 9.5? He goes, yeah, 9.5. He said, to be honest with you, he goes, when people are this high, he says, who knows? He goes, we got to get to work right away because, chances are, if what we're doing don't work, you got 6 months. So I look at him and I said, hey, doc. I said to him, are you good at what you do? He says, excuse me? I said, are you good at what you do? I said, this cancer stuff, are you good at what you do? He says, well, I would like to think so. I do it for a very long time. I said, well, I'm good at what I do. I said, I'm good at what I do. I said, so if you're good at what you do, I'm good at what I do. I said, you get to keep making house payments and I get to keep training my students and making YouTube videos. So I said to him, let's get to work. No big deal. Game on. He goes, what? I said, game on. I said, in my world, this is how it works, doc. No tests, no testimony. I said, so game on. He goes, Mr. James, I don't think you understand you don't understand how serious this is. I said, yeah, I hear what you're saying. I said, but I'm past that. I said, in my world, you don't understand. I'm past that. I'm done. Tell me when to show up. Tell me what to do. Tell me when to be here. I'll do it. But I want you to know I'm already past it. He said, Mr. J, you need to take it more serious. I said, no, I'm good. He goes, there's 50 treatments, 50. I said, okay. Tell me when to show up. I said, it's all good. So my question to you right now, how would you respond to that? You see, because I live this, because I live personal development, because I live always reaching for higher, always believing in better, because I live and I've been through what I've been through, I understand how this works. See? Faith without works mean nothing. So now, all that crap you taught, all that motivational stuff you tell your students, do you really believe now? Do you believe now? Huh? Are you for real? Or are you full of it? See, this is what I'm telling myself. So now you're getting tested. Let's go. I left, came back to the dojo, right to boot camp. Lifting the weights, doing my training, getting on the floor teaching, doing my back class, doing everything that I normally do. After I finished, told Sensei Kenny and Shion Cirillo. And that was it. Never, ever, ever use that word cancer. Ever. I didn't use it. I didn't want to hear it. So I told nobody. Zero. And every single day, go to the treatment, come to the class, go in the office. Every day, motivational material, inspirational material, positive energy, listening to everything positive I possibly can. Joel Osteen, T.G. Jakes, books on personal development, David Goggins on the mind, Wes Watson, non-negotiable. That's all it was. Keeping it positive every single day. Every day. Every single day. 50 treatments. Didn't tell anybody anything. I go for my treatment, standing in the waiting room. This is like the first week, second week. I'm looking, I'm getting aggravated. I'm getting pissed off. Right now, I'm just standing up. I never sit down. From day one, I never sat down. I stood there like this, every day. The nurse would come by, Mr. James, there's a seat, have a seat, have a seat. I'm good, thank you. I'm good, thank you. Never sat down. So one day, I walked over to the nurse. I said, excuse me, is there another place I could stand? Another place I could go? Another section I could wait until I'm called? She said, yeah, we got a spillover room over here. You can go to that room, but is there a problem? I said, yeah, there's a problem. I said, all these people here are sick. I said, no disrespect to them, but these people look like they're ready to die. That's not me. I can't be here. I need to be someplace else. Because everybody here looks sick. I'm looking at the faces, because we're all there for the same reason. Okay? Memorial Sloan Catering. You don't go there for anything else but cancer. So the lady said, yeah, you can stay over here. And I go over there and I stand. One day, she walks over to me. She goes, I have to ask you, why do you stand? She goes, there's plenty of seats. You never sit down. I looked her in the face. I said, I never sit down. I said, because I'm a Spartan. I'm a 300. I'm a warrior. She goes, excuse me? I said, 300? Spartan? Warrior? I said, The Last Samurai? I said, you never seen it? She says, oh. I said, samurais die on their feet. Warriors die into the battle. On their feet, not sitting down. Warriors don't die sitting down. They die standing up. She goes, oh. Then she walks away and then she tells my doctor. He used to see me standing, never asked. He never asked. I guess he didn't want to ask. So he comes out to me, he says, the nurse told me what you said. Why you stand? He said, I never heard anybody say that to me. I've been doing this for years. I said, well, I'm a different type of person. Every single time I was in his office, going there, when I went into his office, I sat down. He goes to me, you're not talking to me. Are you having side effects? Are you having problems? What's going on? You don't talk to me. Are you feeling discomfort? And I said to him, Doc, I am not one of those patients that you have that's going to come in here and bitch and complain. I said, in my world, it is a world of discomfort. I am comfortable at being uncomfortable. So I will never complain because every day above ground is a good day. I said, as long as me and you are having a conversation, I'm good. Pain, all the other crap that I'm feeling, don't worry about it. It don't matter. He said, but I need feedback. I need feedback. I need to know. I said, no, that's all you need to know. I'm good. So fast forward, we're moving on. I never one day, not 1 second, when I'm alone in the dark at home, not 1 second did I blame God. Not 1 second did I say to God, God, why me? I'm out here trying to do good. I'm helping everybody I can. I'm training people, wanted to help save lives. Never. Not 1 second. You know what I did say? Every time I got into that chamber, I said, God, do for me what you did for Joel Osteen's mother. In case you don't know, Joel Osteen's mother had terminal cancer in 1981. And she lived. She just died. She lived to be 90. She lived another 46 years or 44 years. They told her she was done. And she made it. And I said every time I was going into that chamber, every time I'm standing up, I recited a certain thing. I'm going to show it to you. I said, God, do for me what you did for Joel Osteen. You're a God of miracles. You saved her from terminal cancer. Save me. My work ain't done. I'm on a mission. And I told you that in the first video of my story. I'm on a mission. I got to honor my word to my mother and to the professor. I said, I can't afford to die. Not now. Not yet. When the job is done. So, every time. Every single time. And this is what I said. See, we'll put it up at the end so you can see it. Every time I recited this, while I'm in treatment, while I'm hooked up to those machines, every day, over and over and over. You see, it's called mindset. Mastering your mind. Positive information. There is no room for negativity. Zero. You cannot let negative in. It has to stay out of your head. You have to believe that you're going to make it. You have to believe that you're going to succeed. You have to believe in what you say to yourself. And that's what I said every day. I am blessed. Every day is a blessing. Every day above ground is a good day. I am healthy. See, even if you're not, you got to say it. Because in the Bible it says, let the weak say I'm strong. It don't say let the weak say I'm weak. I am prosperous. I am free. I have the favor of God. Dreams, my children are mighty in the land. Dreams are coming to pass. My dreams are coming to pass. Problems are turning around. New doors are opening. I'm excited about my future. You see, that kept me alive. The future. Number 9, I'm excited about my future because I'm not done yet. And I will be all that God created me to be. In Jesus' name, amen. Over and over and over and over and over until the treatment was done. When I'm in the machines, that noise is buzzing over and over and over, conditioning my mind. See? That's what I did. Never talked to nobody. Never said anything to any of the students. My own family did not know. I had a phone call from a friend of mine, a good friend of mine. Called me up. He said, I just want to let you know, Dave, I got cancer. He said, my numbers I'm at 22 and something. Now, I was going through the same thing. I wanted to tell him, 22. Oh, 22 is a blessing. 22, 49 and a half, 50, that's it. I'm like, 22 is a blessing. I didn't say that. I said, how are you dealing with it? He said, well, I'm going to stay home and stay close to my family because I don't know how this thing is going to go. And he made it through. God bless. He made it through. Had another lady in the school, her husband, same thing. Stage 4 cancer. He didn't make it. This is all happening while I'm going through the same exact thing. Never said a word. Another lady in the school, her husband is going through the same thing. He made it, thank God. Her number was high, said, trying to keep him from depression. He's feeling sad, trying to keep his spirits up. And I'm doing what I'm doing every day. Nothing changed. My guys did not know. Nobody knew. So finally, I got 2 treatments left. The doctor sits me down in his office. He says, Mr. James, you got 2 treatments left. He said, you never asked how things are going. He goes, all this time, you gave me no feedback. And I said to him, Doc, every day above ground is a good day. I said, as long as me and you are having this conversation, I'm good. I don't need to know. Because the second I'm not here talking to you, game over. He said, I wish you can teach what you have or talk to my people. I don't know that I could tell my people or teach my people what it is, how you're going through this. He said, because most of my patients don't take this well, don't take it like this. I said, I said, well, Doc, I told you before, this is what I do. I live this. I don't talk it, I live it. I live it. I've been studying personal development since the 80s, the early 80s. Matter of fact, earlier than that, I live it. So he says, I just want to tell you. He goes, I've never seen anything like this personally. He goes, be honest with you, I didn't think we would be having this conversation. He said, I didn't think we would be, at this point, we would be having this conversation. I thought you would be done. He said, but I just want you to know, right now, your numbers came all the way down to 0. I said, good. He said, that's it? That's all you got to say? I said, good. I said, Doc, I told you before, I'm on a mission from God. I said, I knew how this was going to end. You didn't know. I knew. I knew how it was going to end. He looked at me, he goes, man, he goes, you really got a lot of faith. You really believe. I said, Doc, either you are what you are or you be exposed. This was a test, and I passed the test. I came back, and then I told the students, we were here, I forgot what date it was, someday in December, and I told the students what's going on and what happened. They're like, how is that possible? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? They're like, what are you talking about? Every day you're working out with us. Every day you're lifting weights. Every day you're doing boot camp. You're doing weights. You're doing tie. You're doing chain. You're doing sandbags. You're doing battle ropes. Every day you didn't like, they were like, what are you talking about? I didn't miss. I didn't miss. Not one time. See, that's called consistency. That's called discipline. Where did I get the discipline from? Personal development. How you do anything is how you do everything. That's where the discipline comes from. Controlling your mind, feeding your mind with positive information, not negativity. When I told my sister, she freaked out. How could you not say anything to the family? How could you not say anything? I said, because you're negative. My family's negative. And I knew that if I said anything, that negative energy was going to come my way. And I wanted no negative energy. I didn't want to hear the word cancer. I didn't want people to tell me, but if there's anything I could do for you, like if I'm dead already. Not one word. And a couple of people that I did tell, you know, they were like, how the hell is this guy doing what he's doing? How's he doing what he's doing? And let me tell you something. I've had challenges along the way. I'm still on medication right now because you got to stay on that stuff for two years. Okay? Look at the videos. I was a lot leaner in the other videos. Now I'm taking steroids and they got me on these drugs and it's killing me, messing my head up. You see? Because I don't want the extra 6 pounds, 7 pounds that the steroids put on me because I work too damn hard. So the doctor, I said, hey, is there anything I could do about this extra 5, 6 pounds of steroid weight? He said, well, I tell the patients to exercise, but that's not going to do you no good. I mean, it is what it is. And he looks at me and he says, jokingly, he says to me, well, if that's the price of staying alive, then you got to deal with that. And you know what I said? No. I'll work it off. But understand something, people. Everybody out there, you got a choice to make. When stuff like this happens to you or a family member, or you get the word or something like this, you have a choice to make. You can choose to be negative, or you can choose to be positive. That's a choice. Only you can make that choice. And I'm telling you, make the choice. Make the choice of staying positive. Make the choice of feeding your mind positive information. And I'm telling you, the reason why I believe that I went from death, because right now, I should not be here making this video. I went from a point where I was supposed to die in 6 months to here because I don't drink. Never. Don't smoke. Don't do drugs. Fitness. Live fit. That's what I do. Fitness matters. See, my body was able to fight the cancer because I had no substance in my system. It was strong. There was no drugs or anything I had to get over. And you people out there thinking it don't matter, it matters. So there was no alcohol, no drugs in my system. The only thing that was in my system, the only thing that was in my system was God. The Holy Spirit was in my system. Positive information was in my system. Nothing, no poisons, nothing that could kill me and hurt me and not allow me to fight, not allow my body to fight. So don't tell me exercise don't matter. Don't tell me that. You're talking to the wrong person. Don't tell me drinking is okay. Smoking is okay. A little bit of drugs every now and then is okay. When your body needs to fight for its own life, will it be okay then? How many people do you know when the doctors tell them? I'm asking you a question. How many people do you know when the doctor tells them, you got cancer, they go to the bar and have a drink? or they go buy some weed. How many people do you know? Or they do some other negative thing to their system and to their body. How many people do you know? You notice how all of a sudden, when your life is on the line, all of a sudden you find all the discipline you need? When you're thinking about you'll never see your kids again in life, now all of a sudden you're motivated like you've never been motivated before. People, don't wait. Don't wait till you hear those words. Do it now. Give up devices now. Live clean now. Because all that crap, you don't need it. You don't need it. You ain't cool. You don't need it to be accepted. You don't need it. And believe me, same thing with the weight. You got that extra weight? Get that weight the hell off your body. Get it off your body. You don't need it. It can't help you fight. It just makes it harder. So I'm telling you, going through this, and I learned a lot. I learned a lot about people. I learned a lot about faith. I learned a lot about understanding tomorrow isn't promised to nobody. See? Because at any time in that 6-month period, things could have went sideways. So there's a song by Tim McGraw, very popular song. In fact, it made him very famous. Tim McGraw made a song called "Live Like You Were Dying." If you never heard it, go to YouTube, pull it up. It's about a guy, a good friend of his, who found out at 40 years old he had cancer. And Tim McGraw asked him, well, what are you going to do now? And he answered, I'm going to live like I'm dying every day. I'm going to live every day like all I got is one day to live. See? And that's what you should do. And that's what you should do. You should live every day like tomorrow, like that day is your last day. So the people you love, be nice and kind to them and let them know. The people who you work with, even though you can't stand them, don't go out like that. Be as kind as you can be. Do a kind deed for somebody. Help somebody else. Be a blessing to somebody. And understand, you think all this stuff that you're holding on to, all this crap that you're holding on, all this hatred, all this enviness, all this, I can't stand that person, can't stand this, but holding on to all this negativity. Let it go. Let it go. Because at the end of the day, it don't mean a damn thing. Not when your days are numbered. Don't mean nothing. So, all I can say to you guys is I hope this had value for someone. Right now, I'm still, as far as the initial threat of death is gone, but this thing that I'm dealing with can still come back every day. I'm taking 6 pills a day. Every day. So, guys, this is real. Life is real. Don't waste your life. Go after your dreams. Go after everything you've been wanting for. Dr. Norman Vincent Peale, he used to have a saying. He goes, pray big, believe big, love big, give big, forgive big, be big. That's Dr. Norman Vincent Peale. Right? And if I was you, I would take heed to some of that. And I'm going to put up that little thing that I used to say every day before they shoved me onto that machine. Because I have one up in the office. I have one to this day in the bathroom, glued, taped to the mirror. And every day I say, every day you count your blessings. Every day you thank God for your blessings and for your family's blessings. Every single day. okay? You wake up in the morning, I don't give a damn what problems you have. You are blessed. You are blessed. You are healthy. You're prosperous. Why? Because this is the United States of America. What you have, other people in other countries don't have. People are wishing they can live the way you live. And I don't care. You could call yourself, oh, I'm poor, I'm this, I'm in the... No, you are blessed. You are blessed. Okay? Because all you got to do is make a decision. Work on yourself. Improve yourself. Climb the ladder of success. No one's stopping you. No one is stopping you. No one. So you are blessed. You are prosperous. You know why you are prosperous? Once again, we're in this country. This is the land of milk and honey. If you want it. If you don't want it, that's on you. But if you want it, how many people have came from nothing to this country and made themselves better than people who are living here all their lives? So, you are prosperous because you can change if you want to. Like Jim Rohn says, if you will change, everything will change for you. If you will get better, everything will get better for you. Okay? Right there. You're blessed. You have the favor of God. And your children are mighty in the land because they're here. They're in a mighty land. It ain't perfect, but they're here. So it's all there, guys. I could break it down for you. I could talk to you about each and every one of them because it's real. Show some gratitude. Show some gratitude that you got up in the morning because a lot of people didn't. Show some gratitude and understand your problems will turn around. Problems are not here to stay. They're only temporary. This too shall pass. So, I hope this video finds its way to somebody that it could do some justice for. I hope this video helps somebody else. Okay? Because I want to tell you something. I want to tell you something. I watched Pastor Osteen and other ministers, and that's all I had. Because I didn't tell nobody. Do you understand the power of this? I watched his videos on YouTube every day. Do you understand the power of this? That's all I had. At nighttime, that's all I had was a video. A video. Some of his sermons, I watched them over and over and over again. So don't tell me that words don't matter. Don't tell me that these videos don't matter. That's why when I do self-defense videos, I try my best to put passion, my heart and soul into the video. Because I understand if you get the right information from the video, it makes a difference. I understand that. I understand what the right information can do. Okay? And this weekend, when his mom died, I watched that sermon and I broke down. I never met the lady. I never met Pastor Osteen. But when I watched that sermon on Sunday, I broke down. Why? Because that lady don't know me. But I use her story, just like my story, I use her story of beating terminal cancer and how God saved her and blessed her with 44 more years of life, and how her son told the story of she would walk through the house saying, I will live and not die. All my days I will fulfill. Lord, what you promised me, I know will come to pass. I listened to those stories, and that's all I did. That's all I had. And those videos, and those words saved my life with the power of God. So I don't know the lady, but man, it hurt me to my heart because somebody's story, I used that for strength to hold on in the darkest of times. I used that and I held on to it because that's all I had to hold on to. So at the end of this video, I'm going to let you hear 5 minutes of her saying something because I think it's important. Because if I say it, it don't mean a damn thing. So I'll let her say it in her words. So thank you. Pass this video. Share it with somebody else.